Several new developments in South suburban Dalton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it has failed to follow the law by providing financial reports.
Could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances while the township super...
Have you ever witnessed a political career unravel so dramatically? Tiffany Henyard, once the influential mayor of Dalton, Illinois, is now on the verge of a complete meltdown. It's like watching a real-life soap opera filled with corruption, scandal, and betrayal. Each day brings new allegations of shady dealings, and her once loyal supporters are abandoning her faster than ever. From accusations of misusing public funds to being betrayed by her closest confidants, Henyard's downward spiral seems unstoppable, potentially ending in legal consequences. But how did things reach this point? Let's dive into the murky world of Dalton politics and uncover the story.
Is there a motion to terminate Chief Free?
Let's dive into the latest rumors surrounding Mayor Henyard. It seems like every day brings a new bombshell about her alleged misconduct. Recently, attention has focused on the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, a charity supposedly established to support cancer patients. However, controversy erupted as Henyard was accused of using the charity as a front to funnel money into her own pockets. At one point, she even denied any involvement, stating, "I don't have a foundation. If someone's using my name, that's not my doing." But soon after, she was caught on camera passionately defending the charity's work. This flip-flop has left many questioning what's really happening behind the scenes.
A one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is...
But that's just the beginning. Remember Louis Lacey, the deputy police chief who has been indicted on charges of bankruptcy fraud? Lacey, a known ally of Henyard, was accused of hiding assets and lying under oath to dodge paying creditors. His 9-count indictment has sent shockwaves through Dalton, especially considering his close ties to the mayor. What's even more intriguing is that Lacey's lawyer has hinted that his client might be willing to turn on Henyard to save himself. They're targeting certain people in the village to see who's going to flip on the mayor, the lawyer remarked. If Lacey decides to reveal what he knows, who can say what other secrets from Henyard's past could come to light?
That the government always does it is to go and investigate people around her, and that's what they're doing.
Lacey's indictment is just one of many legal issues looming over Henyard and her administration. The FBI is already conducting an in-depth investigation into Dalton's finances, with rumors of a broad corruption probe that could result in even more indictments. Federal subpoenas have been issued for employment records, personnel files, and financial documents connected to Henyard and her closest allies. It's as though the walls are closing in, and Henyard is scrambling to stay afloat. However, with each passing day, another ally seems to turn against her, another scandal surfaces, and another nail is driven into the coffin of her political career.
Appointment. That's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise, and now they're talking to legal counsel to figure out their next step.
To understand how things spiraled so out of control, we need to rewind. Tiffany Henyard's rise to power was nothing short of meteoric. She first made a name for herself in Dalton politics as a trustee, known for her aggressive style and ambitious nature. Henyard was a master of self-promotion, with her face plastered on billboards and every public event turned into a platform for her brand. She even bragged about using a golden microphone during meetings, a symbol of her self-proclaimed status as Dalton's super mayor. However, beneath the flashy exterior, Henyard was already laying the groundwork for her own downfall.
Everybody, is it the reason why you guys are not paying whatever that vendor is?
What was it for?
It was for shirts. That's what it's for.
From the moment Tiffany Henyard took office as mayor in 2021, her tenure has been marred by allegations of corruption and abuse of power. Residents have accused her of treating taxpayer money like a personal piggy bank, splurging on lavish trips, fine dining, and luxury hotels. One trip to Atlanta, for example, saw her and her entourage staying at the Four Seasons, racking up a bill of over $9,000, all at the taxpayer's expense. And that's just the start. In just 5 months, Henyard's administration reportedly charged a staggering $67,000 on township credit cards for trips to cities like Portland, Austin, and New York City. Meanwhile, Dalton's finances have been spiraling into chaos, with the village's once healthy surplus turning into millions of dollars in debt.
I mean, unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. So, but like I said, you have just some kind of...
It's not just the money. Tiffany Henyard has also been accused of using her position to manipulate and intimidate those around her. Take the case of Carmen Carlisle, a former ally turned whistleblower. Carlisle recently broke her silence, accusing Henyard of unethical and predatory behavior throughout her tenure. In a scathing statement, she detailed how Henyard manipulated employees, vendors, and residents, using her position to expand her influence, all while projecting a false image of success. Carlisle's revelations have only added more fuel to the fire, painting a picture of a leader willing to do anything to maintain her grip on power.
I don't believe that is legally correct. That's just not the way municipalities operate.
Then there's the alleged abuse of power within the Dalton Police Department. Henyard has been accused of using the police force to target her political enemies and critics. Some even claim she ordered police raids on the homes of those who dared to oppose her. It's no surprise that she's been dubbed the Dalton Dictator by some of her harshest critics. If that wasn't enough, a former Dalton police chief has also come forward, blowing the whistle on Henyard's misuse of resources. He revealed that she racked up thousands of dollars in overtime costs by deploying officers for her personal security and other questionable activities.
Officers would be on the street fighting crime, and instead we have several officers that are riding around.
The situation has become so dire that the Illinois Comptroller has intervened, freezing payments to the village of Dalton due to Henyard's refusal to comply with state laws regarding financial transparency. Comptroller Susana Mendoza didn't mince words, stating, "If Mayor Henyard refuses to follow state law, my office will use the tools at our disposal to safeguard the interests of Dalton citizens." Mendoza's actions are unprecedented and highlight just how far Henyard has fallen from grace. But Henyard isn't going down without a fight. In response to the mounting pressure, she has been lashing out at her critics, calling special meetings in an attempt to reassert her control. She has even accused her detractors of launching a smear campaign to bring down a strong black female politician. Yet, even as she tries to spin the narrative in her favor, it's becoming increasingly clear that Henyard's days in power are numbered. Her once solid support base has crumbled, with more people coming forward to speak out against her. Even her most loyal allies, like Lewis Lacey and her longtime aide Keith Freeman, seem to be turning their backs on her as the pressure mounts.
Oh, he's not employed by us. So you have got just this gyration.
It's a classic case of hubris and self-interest leading to one's downfall. Henyard's story serves as a cautionary tale of what happens when power goes unchecked and a leader becomes more focused on self-preservation than serving the people who elected her. Her relentless pursuit of personal gain has left Dalton in financial ruin, with the village's general fund now in a deficit of over $3.65 million, down from a $5.61 million surplus just 2 years ago. How does one squander nearly $10 million in such a short time? That's the question many Dalton residents are asking, and one Henyard has yet to answer. As if the financial mismanagement wasn't enough, even darker rumors have begun to circulate about Henyard's time in office. Some allege she has been involved in covering up serious crimes committed by her allies. One scandal reportedly involves an assault during a trip to Las Vegas, where one of Henyard's close associates allegedly attacked a subordinate. The alleged victim claims that after speaking out, they were fired in retaliation. Henyard's response: denial and deflection as usual. But the whispers are growing louder, and it seems like only a matter of time before the truth is fully revealed.
One of the reasons I won't know when we go through our board packets, it's like, some of this stuff, it's like you don't know exactly what it's for, and then when you ask a question, there's no answer.
The irony is striking. Tiffany Henyard, once seemingly invincible, now looks like a leader on the verge of losing everything. Her story has all the elements of a Shakespearean tragedy: betrayal, hubris, and a dramatic fall from power. The very tactics she used to rise, manipulation, intimidation, and an unrelenting pursuit of control, are now the forces threatening to bring her down. Meanwhile, the small town she once led, Dalton, a village of just over 20,000 residents, is crumbling under her leadership. public services are reportedly in disarray. The police department is mired in scandal, and the village's finances are in complete chaos. Residents are frustrated, angry, and demanding answers. They want to know how things have spiraled so badly, and they're looking to Henyard for accountability. Yet, all they've received from her so far are excuses and deflections. So, where does Tiffany Henyard go from here? It's hard to predict. Some speculate she'll cling to power for as long as possible, using every tactic she can to delay the inevitable. Others believe she might strike a deal with prosecutors to avoid a long prison sentence. Whatever happens, one thing is clear. The drama in Dalton is far from over. With every new development and scandal, Henyard's position becomes more fragile, and the question on everyone's mind is, how much longer can she hold on?
Sometimes we get invoices, but those invoices lead to more questions, and sometimes we don't get answers to those questions. And so it's not about clickbait, it's about just making sure the right.
One thing's for sure. Tiffany Henyard's story is one for the history books, a stark reminder of how quickly the political tide can turn. Just a few years ago, she was a rising star, seemingly unstoppable in Illinois politics. Now she serves as a cautionary tale, a symbol of what happens when power is abused. As the rumors swirl and investigations intensify, it seems only a matter of time before she'll have to face the consequences. Will she go down fighting, or will she finally accept her fate? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the saga of Tiffany Henyard is far from over. Stay tuned because this story is still unfolding, and who knows what twists lie ahead. What do you think? Will Tiffany Henyard manage to navigate the legal and political storm that's closing in on her? Or is it just a matter of time before the consequences catch up? Could there be even more hidden scandals waiting to surface? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned and keep questioning.